West Denver. Sleep deprived and heavily caffeinated.
All right, let's do this then.
This is the Jeff and Bill Show.
I don't understand why this is an issue.
They don't always agree, but hey, at least they have coffee.
Coffee.
And each other.
I love you, man.
God help us.
I want to bless him. We need all the help we can get.
Now here's Jeff Hunt and Bill Thorpe. The Jeff and Bill Show on News Talk 710 KNUS.
Nine a.m. in the Mile High City on this Thursday, July 17th, 2025. Good morning, Denver, Colorado. You've tuned in to the Jeff and Bill Show, News Talk 710 KNUS. I'm your co-host, Jeff Hunt, along with Bill Thorpe, bringing you the freshest insights, hottest takes from the right, left, and center. Coming up after news and comment with Blake Olson. Leslie Summey's going to join us. She's Arapahoe County Commissioner, going to preview the upcoming Arapahoe County Fair. And then we're going to talk to Jimmy Sangenberger right after. But now it's time for news and comment with Blake Olson.
Blake Olson.
Blake Olson, news and comment.
Good morning. It is Thursday, 64 and mostly cloudy in Denver, expecting a high of 86 today. This portion of the news sponsored by Pastor Camp Heating and Air Conditioning at 303-777-1234 to learn more about special savings opportunities on Lennox equipment. Our top story early this morning, Senate Republicans giving the green light to cut funding for PBS and NPR. GOP lawmakers narrowly passed a package early this morning that would take back $9 billion in spending that had already been approved. First-time requests for unemployment benefits are down. Most analysts had been expecting the Labor Department to report a bit of an increase in the number of Americans filing new applications for unemployment assistance. But no, instead, today's number came in at 221,000, down 7,000. Okay, here's the deal. DJT pulled a complete 180 on the Epstein case on Wednesday because he and his administration know the Democrats went into the files and doctored them. They have been tainted and have been for years. He was frustrated, took it out on conservatives who continue to talk about it, did not handle it well at all. Now the greasy, slimy Democrats like Jamie Raskin want to see the files because, well, they jammed a bunch of fake garbage about Trump into it. Even Joe Scarborough on messy NBC knows it. This happened last hour.
It was a crisis then. It's a crisis now. Why didn't Democrats call for it from 21 to 25?
So, I mean, you'd have to go back and look specifically at particular prosecutorial decisions. And what was taking place in terms of the other cases. So I don't know. We could try to reconstruct that record. But the point is that Donald Trump is the one who has led the crusade to say that that Epstein, who was his very close friend, and there's all kinds of pictures of them in the state.
The congressman could have gotten that from.
Goodness. He is so greasy. He could be on all the Jiffy Lube signs. So Bondi, Patel, and Bongino are now building a 10-year case against the Democrats dating back to 2016 to hold the commies like James Comey accountable, and it may include this latest trick by the lefties. By the way, Comey's daughter fired by Bondi last night. Now, despite all this, Harry Enton, CNN, this morning says the left has bigger issues.
Parroting what you're hearing online, saying release the files, this is terrible, blah, blah, blah. I mean, is that working for them?
No, I mean, look, here's what's so important.
You know, we talk about the potential of Republicans leaving Donald Trump. They're not leaving him. But what about congressional Democrats and problems with their own base? Democrats' net approval of congressional Democrats, according to Quinnipiac University, in June of 2025, it was their second worst ever at minus 12 points. It's that not low enough for you? How about we go even lower? In July of 2025, minus 13 points, their worst net approval rating for congressional Democrats among Democrats ever. Donald Trump is not the one who has problems with his political base. It is congressional Democrats are the ones who have problems with their own political base.
Syrian forces have largely pulled out of the southwestern province of Sweda today, following days of clashes with the Druze minority. First round British Open today, Jacob Olsen, one of the leaders as we get ready for this weekend at the British Open. 62 in Centennial, 63 in Arvada, 64 in Denver. Jeff and Billy continue. Blake Olson, News Talk 710 KNUS.
A cold front moving south along the Front Range will trigger an excellent chance of showers and thunderstorms today through tonight into tomorrow. Be advised, especially today, of the risk of severe weather with heavy rain, large hail, strong winds. High 70s and low 80s falling into the 70s, upper 50s tonight, 80s tomorrow. Weather is a service of L&L Heating and Air Conditioning. For quick, trustworthy, and dependable service, call L&L Heating and Air Conditioning at 720-851-1691. Visit them online at bestdenverhvac.com. You'll be comfortable with L&L. Meteorologist Don Day in the 710 KNUS Weather Center.
Well, she's a mother. She's a U.S. Navy veteran, a retired Army spouse, and she is a county commissioner for Arapahoe County. Leslie Sumi joining us to give us a preview on the Arapahoe County Fair. Good morning, Commissioner. Thank you for taking time to join us.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. It is Leslie Sumi.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
No, that's not on Jeff. That's on me. I messed that one up. I apologize.
That's all right. I just don't want my husband to be upset.
No worries. I always appreciate getting that clarification. So, Commissioner, you got the great Arapahoe County Fair coming up. This is exciting.
We sure do. We are so excited to welcome everyone to our Arapahoe County Fairgrounds. It's always the last weekend in July. We start out with Boots Not Suits. Next Thursday, the 24th, and then we go through Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and we're just going to have a really, really good time. Friday is Pours on the Plains. So let me tell you a little bit about Boots Not Suits. It's our fair kickoff event, and it's at the fairgrounds. It is a dinner and just a really good opening time, and then folks that join us at Boots Not Suits can also see those rides and hang out on those rides in the evening, Thursday evening. But then really the fun starts in the daytime on Friday. So we're so excited to be able to welcome everyone to the Arapahoe County Fairgrounds.
That's Leslie Sumi. She's the Arapahoe County Commissioner. We're talking about the Arapahoe County Fair coming up here. And it's an exceptional value for families at just $25 for fair admissions. Families get incredible value, including parking, unlimited carnival rides. That's worth it right there in itself, because the kids can just go. Fireworks plus rodeos, evening fireworks, and so much more. And kids under 36 inches get in for free. So goodness.
Isn't that the best? Isn't that the best? There are so many. I know I have 5 kids, and being able to go with my littles to something that I didn't have to pay per head with those 36-inch kids, it's an excellent value. Excellent value, as you say.
Commissioner, we didn't ask you to come on and talk about this, but 5 kids and a Navy veteran. How did you balance it all? That's impressive.
Well, when I was in the Navy, I only had one child. I started out single and got married and had one kid, and then I decided that I wanted to be home with my kid, so that started the journey to having 5 kids. Thankfully, now they are all between the ages of 20 and 30, and but it was a wild ride, and now it is just wonderful to have such a large family with, and they're all wonderful human beings. I really appreciate it.
Well, I was going to say, coming with being a county commissioner is a lot of balls to juggle. Having 5 kids, being a Navy veteran, everything you've built, you can handle it. You can definitely handle it. That's Leslie Summey. Leslie's a county commissioner with Arapahoe County. And we're talking about the Arapahoe County Fair. Now, why is this important for the county? Talk a little bit about maybe the revenue that comes in from the county fair. Why is it important for people to get out there and support the county fair?
Well, let me tell you, I want to go back just a little bit about the fair itself. It is a historic milestone and our community tradition. This is the 119th annual fair. So it's marking 119 years of celebrating Colorado's agricultural and Western heritage. Long-standing tradition continues to bring families together and showcase the county's rural roots in our increasingly urban environment. And we have our commitment. We get, we have the fundraising that goes along with our ticket sales, and we have lots of vendors that will be there that you can support small businesses. And we've got our 4-H programming and agricultural exhibits. And what I love about the 4-H focus is that we have our 4-H auction every year. And so it is amazing to be able to work with the kids and to see what they've been doing, and then to celebrate their work over raising their animals, and then having to be able, or then they auction those animals off. And let me just tell you, for the past 2 years, the Summey family Thanksgiving turkey has been hand-raised by one of our 4-H'ers, and I just really love it. My husband has told me that we will always have a 4-H turkey for Thanksgiving, and it's wonderful because they're just, the thing that excites me most about it is that they're able to see their work from raising this animal and going through the entire, raising of the animal and then taking it to market. And there's nothing better to show our young people what it looks like to work for something and then to celebrate your accomplishments. So I just really love that. So there's something there for everyone.
That's Arapahoe County Commissioner Leslie Summey talking about the upcoming Arapahoe County Fair, July 24th through the 27th. So that started next weekend. Not this weekend, but next weekend. Listen to some of the stuff they've got going on here. I'm just looking at the schedule. Axe throwing. They got a stunt dog show. Oh my goodness. They got line dancing, as she mentioned, the 4-H market. The Boots Not Suits, which is a special event they got on. Mutton busting, which is where the kids get on the back of the sheep and they all go run out there. That's a ton of fun. You've got a raptor event, a Varian show. Oh my goodness. Longest potato peel contest. How fun is that? You got to come for that.
Oh my gosh, the potato peel contest. I have never seen, I've wanted to practice to see if I could actually get in there. And I've never noticed. Once you see the potato peeling contest, you will never make potato salad the same again. You will always be focusing on how long you can get your peel.
That is wild. The Amazing Foot archery performers. They've got whiskey roads. They've got the Polynesian fire dancers.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Martial arts competitions, yoga. They've, let's see, the trampoline, flipping out trampoline show. And I want to remind people that for $25, you get access to all this, plus unlimited carnival rides. And if
did you say unlimited carnival rides?
Yes!
Unlimited? We don't have to buy those silly
That's
tickets?
What they said.
Yeah, I know. All the parents that have gone to those carnivals before, and the kids come over and go, I'm out of tickets. Like, darn it. Unlimited carnival rides. That's amazing.
Wow. What a great opportunity for families, and kids under 36 inches get in for free.
Yeah. Now, this is County Commissioner Leslie Summey joining us.
Yes.
Now, I want to ask you, when you go to the fair right now, what is your favorite adult fair activity? What's the thing that you and your husband do when you're at the fair?
Thank you for asking. The adult activity is going to be Friday night, and I say adult in quotes because that does mean that it is 21 or over, and that is Pours on the Plains, where we have craft beer breweries that come in and they are judged on their pours. And there's also the audience favorites. So you get to vote. You get to walk around and taste all of the beers, and then you get to vote on your favorite. And I'm just excited because for the past 2 years, the audience favorite has been the one that I have chosen. I don't remember who they are. I don't remember anything about it, but it was really, really good. So come on out to Pours on the Plains. You get a little souvenir cup to take with you. It really is so much fun.
Absolutely. You've definitely won me over on this. This is Leslie Summey. She's a county commissioner with Arapahoe County, and we're talking about the Arapahoe County Fair, July 24th through the 27th. You go to arapahoecountyfair.com. You can get all the details there. They've got a petting farm. They have, listen to this, a BMX show. They also have yucca braiding. That's pretty cool. They have a crochet contest. In addition to all the trampoline and the archery, they have a jigsaw puzzle contest. They have an antique tractor pull. Now, Bill, I would pay good money for this, for you to engage.
Yeah, because I'm an antique.
No. In this is different. A youth hobby horse barrel race.
Oh, hell yeah. Yes. I'd go all in. If it was for me, I'd be wearing costumes. We're going to go all into this thing. I'm showing up there as like Woody from Toy Story, one of those costumes, and I'm going the whole way. Oh, yeah, absolutely. This is really cool, and I appreciate the idea that what Leslie Summey, the county commissioner for Arapahoe County, is joining us, talking about the Arapahoe County Fair and that potato peeling contest. You've sparked something inside of me because I'm an OG soccer player. And one of the skills my kids are fascinated that I have developed is the ability to peel an orange in one peel. I can nail that thing 95% of the time. I never thought about peeling the potato and not trying to break the peel. This is a challenge. I may have to warm up. Yeah, I got to warm up and practice for this one because that has me intrigued. Now, okay, Commissioner Summey, got to ask you, when you're out at the Arapahoe County Fair, you know, we all know that we're trying to eat healthier. We're trying to take care of ourselves. But when you walk through the entrance of the fair, health be damned. Who cares? It's the one time in which calories don't count. What is your favorite fair food? What's your guilty pleasure there?
My guilty pleasure, funnel cakes. Funnel cakes.
Oh, yes.
Every year to the funnel cakes. But there's so much of everything. There are food trucks, and I mean, there's so many different cuisines that you can pick from. But I'm pretty basic. You know, I grew up in Colorado Springs, and so I'm just like, give me a good old funnel cake. I'll be happy.
I've told my mom for years that I probably would have eaten a hell of a lot more peas if she would just put powdered sugar on top of them. Still, she thinks that was a stupid idea, but I'm just thinking, you know, powdered sugar always makes everything better.
It could work. Yeah, it could work.
Well, that's County Commissioner Leslie Summey, and we're talking about the upcoming Arapahoe County Fair, and you can get tickets, get all the details by going to arapahoecountyfair.com ArapahoeCountyFair.com. Come support the kids raising the livestock with 4-H. Come support the local vendors. Support the county itself. It brings in a lot of revenue, and it's great for families. What a great thing to do. Put the phones down. Go enjoy the county fair. Again, unlimited carnival rides, fireworks, rodeo, evening fireworks, parking, all of that for just $25, and kids under 36 inches get in free. This all-inclusive pricing makes it accessible for families of all income levels to enjoy a full weekend of entertainment. Visit ArapahoeCountyFair.com, ArapahoeCountyFair.com. Commissioner Summey, thank you so much for taking time for us. More importantly, thank you for your service to our community and to our country.
Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it, and I'll see everyone there at the fair.
Arapahoe County Fair, July 24th through the 27th. All right, thank you. Let's talk Dan Caplis Law. I've known Dan well over a decade. Pro-life, pro-family, pro-faith, pro-America. He's right there with us on all the values. The son of a police officer and a former seminarian, he's dedicated the last 40 years of his life to helping people who are hurt in serious motor vehicle crashes. Dan is believed to be the only lawyer in Colorado history to win 5 straight multi-million-dollar verdicts in Colorado crash cases. Dan is also believed to have won the largest truck crash verdict in Colorado state history. Dan Caplis Law is so trusted, he's the official law firm partner of the Denver Nuggets and the Colorado Avalanche. Dan Caplis Law, a serious firm for serious cases. He accepts righteous injury cases on a percentage fee basis so that he can represent good people from all walks of life. So if you need Dan's help, give him a call. Here's the phone number, 303-770-5551. 303-770-5551, or hit dancaplisLaw.com. That's Dan, C-A-P-L-I-S law.com. We'll continue with the Jeff and Bill Show.
This is Denver's Talk Leader, News Talk 710, KNUS.
Welcome back to the Jeff and Bill Show. Who is this that sings this song, Bill? I forget.
You don't know this?
Is this Justin Bieber?
No, this is...
Oh, Hanson.
Yeah. Oh, you ruined it. I was going to tease him. Kelly Michaels ruined it for us. Yeah, because I would have started saying, if we start going...
yes, that would be it.
Yeah, that's Hanson.
It.
Yeah,
well,
that's the bop kids.
The reason I ask is I'm following Justin Bieber on X. I don't think I've ever seen someone more miserable in their lives.
He's really, really, really having some problems, and this has been going on for a number of years.
Disappear for a while.
It's difficult because of his lifestyle and the music and what he's involved in. For a while, he just kept. He was releasing songs. He was on every song for a while. There was a lot of a grind. Yeah, he is.
And
dealing
then all
with
the
some
touring
things.
and stuff.
Yeah, and he is dealing with some things.
That industry just destroys people.
What I'm really hoping for, though, is everything that I've seen and people that I know out in LA say that he is a really strong Christian, and that he finds a lot of faith being his support structure. And so I'm really hoping that while he's going through this, that he's going to be able to find some answers there.
But I look at the post he's making, and I'm like, you look miserable, man.
He's really, really struggling. Yeah, you're right.
I don't know anybody else who's as miserable. And you seem to have a nice life.
Oh,
so
yeah. It's one of those things where you talk about money not being able to buy happiness. But there are some other things going on. And again, think about the amount of time in his life that he has lived in the public.
Yeah, right. And having to deal with all of that.
Yeah, and everything that comes with, and the pressure of that social media.
I kind of like my anonymity. I'm like just kind of well known enough that at least Democrats know who I am.
Yeah.
I'm like notorious around Democrats, but when I go to the supermarket, nobody knows who I am, and I kind of like that.
I get people turn around and look if I talk too loud in public sometimes. they don't know where to place the voice, but they turn.
I
and
know
they're like,
that voice.
Yeah, they're like, what? And that was the advantage I had and when I'm doing stuff with Westwood One, because we didn't have any affiliates in Denver. So there are times where I'm on 150 plus radio stations across the country, but nobody in town has any idea who I am. That was crazy, but I did have experiences when I went to towns where we're traveling and doing vacations where I'm on stations there. I had someone stop me in a couple of restaurants, go, hey, you're on that. I'm like, oh, yeah, that is me. I forget that I'm here. Yeah.
All right, let's talk Cato's Premium Coffee. Cato's Coffee are supporters of the Jeff and Bill Show, and their coffee's absolutely delicious. Not only are we proud to talk about them because they support the work we're doing here, the right, left, center work, but they are founded by Steve in honor of his dog Cato, and portions of your purchase go to support animal welfare, eco-friendly practices. So not only are you getting a great cup of coffee, delicious, you're supporting a company that supports us, and you're supporting dogs. Man, that's awesome. If coffee's not your thing, try their delicious teas. You can shop online for merchandise and find something for you and your furry friend as well. Upgrade your morning ritual with Cato's Coffee. Upgrade your morning ritual with Cato's Coffee. Visit catoscoffee.com. That's KATOSKOFFEE.com. Cato's Coffee. KATOSKOFFEE.com. Find something that will suit your taste today. And if you use the code Jeff and Bill 10, no spaces, Jeff and Bill 10, at checkout, you get a 10% discount on your order, Jeff and Bill 10 at checkout for a 10% discount on order. Bill, did you see that Coke is changing?
Yes, I did. This was a big unexpected announcement from President Trump yesterday, and interesting. So basically, I don't know, you want to outline it or do you want me to outline it? It's up to you.
Go for it.
Okay. The Coke, basically, Donald Trump is going to try to have Coke use real cane sugar rather than the high fructose corn syrup. Now, there is
Mexican Coke.
Yeah, that's basically what it is. That's what happens.
Importing Mexican Coke.
Yeah, we have to import it now. And here's the weird part is, okay, we haven't talked about this a lot, but one of my major vices is soda. And it has been for a while. I'm on the diet stuff. I know it's not the healthiest, but it's better than ingesting all of the sugar. But it is. It's one of my vices. I acknowledge it. And so I try to manage it. But I will do a lot of the generics because it's simply cheaper. The only time in our family when we buy the brand name, it's in the bottles and it's the full sugar stuff. I don't buy the stuff with the high fructose corn syrup. It's not, and again, I'm not Maha or going that way. I've been doing this for years. It's just because I think it tastes better. For years, I've just thought it tastes better, so we buy the bottles that are imported from Mexico that have the real cane sugar, if we buy them at all. If not, it's mostly the generic stuff that has the other chemicals in it. So I'm not saying that I'm super healthy guy about this being better, but here's the implication that hit me yesterday. What does this do to those farmers in Nebraska and Iowa and even some here in Colorado? Because high fructose corn syrup is corn. We don't grow a hell of a lot of sugar cane. We grow a lot of corn. So what does this do as far as if you're a farmer and part of what you're making is the scratch off the high fructose corn syrup, and Coca-Cola buys a lot of it. So what do? Now it's switching to cane sugar. I mean, is this something where Donald Trump ends up hurting the local farmers, including possibly some in Colorado, based on this push to get Mexican Coke in here? Your thoughts?
I just find it ironic that we kicked all the Mexicans out of America and then imported their Coke.
That is very funny. That is, you get out, but leave your bottles and your drinks behind you.
Right.
Yes.
They're on the way out, but no, we like your Coke.
It's like the TSA line. Nope, that stays here, sir. That's the bottle of Coke. That stays here. You leave. Yeah, that's basically what it is.
Well, we're going to be joined here in a minute by Jimmy Sengenberger about his piece in the Gazette about Phil Weiser. Great piece. He just was able to jump on. All right. So if you've been tracking this kind of interesting thing happening among the CU regents, we've had a number of regents on to talk about it, but there was a vote recently against CU regent Wanda James with regards to her kind of using her power and her influence to steer studies and maybe even defund studies about marijuana and the impact it's having on community. And people are raising eyebrows because she's in the marijuana industry. Well, the CU Regent Board kind of voting to censure her. Now, this doesn't mean that she's lost her job or anything, but it's saying, hey, you can't be using your office and the power of your office to affect things that affect an industry that you're involved with. It's just not right. Well, Phil Weiser weighed in on this, and Jimmy Sengenberger, covering all of it, joins us now. Good morning, Jimmy. You're on with Jeff and Bill.
Good morning, guys. Good to be back. And yeah, this has been one of those sagas with so many twists and turns. I feel like now, after another season of the Wanda Show, it's a spinoff starring Phil Weiser, who just so happens to be running for governor and, as Attorney General, is constitutionally the lawyer for the University of Colorado.
Yeah, and your article titled "Weiser Defends Discredited Regent Lets Down CU," picking a fight he shouldn't have. Talk to us about why.
Yeah, absolutely. This was a bipartisan vote to not only censure Wanda James, but also sanction her. So remember a few years back, almost 3 years, my good buddy Tay Anderson was censured by Denver Public Schools Board of Education. Well, Anderson was censured, but he wasn't sanctioned. There was no consequences. They just gave him a little slap on the wrist. In this case, they do the second vote that included removing her from all committee assignments and leadership positions and special invites like being invited to the Regents box at CU Buffs games. God forbid she might not be able to go hang out at Buffs games in the special Regent box. And so she's really upset about that. And clearly, it at least seems to me, I'm just doing pure supposition here, that she reached out to our Attorney General, Phil Weiser, and said, hey, I've been censured. I was just speaking out against racism, and they punished me, including Democrats on the board of regents. And Weiser, he didn't even do any due diligence to look into this thing, because that is not what.
Well, and it involves himself into, a highly political thing when he's supposed to be the Attorney General, which I understand is very political position, but at a certain point, should be kind of a law and order, straightforward, down the middle type of issue. And as a result of getting involved, I mean, puts the office involved with this regent issue now.
Yeah, it is a circumstance where he tried to at least give the impression of being on the side of the Constitution, on the side of the law. He framed her censure as a First Amendment issue of free expression. On a post on X on Sunday, actually it was 4 different posts in a thread, he said in part, neither a White House executive order nor a public university policy can override this fundamental right. And he really was astonishingly comparing CU's bipartisan cooperation to Trump administration overreach, which on the left be one of the great sins of all time, right? So to make that comparison to the Board of Regents and who voted in a bipartisan basis on this is pretty astonishing form of politics. When you're talking about, as you just said, the AG's office should not be politicized. He clearly made it political. He expressed concern about the sanction and said, quote, if CU regent policy 2J can be applied in a way that silences a regent's voice, then the policy is on shaky legal ground, and he urged the board to reconsider its actions. But this was on his, at least ostensibly, his personal X account. And so it leaves open the question as to whether this is a formal or official legal opinion of the Attorney General, or just Phil Weiser, the guy running for governor in a tough Democrat primary against the likely nominee in Michael Bennet, moving from Senate to governor. And so I emailed several questions, including one about that distinction, to Weiser and his spokesperson. And the spokesperson, Lawrence Pacheco, simply said, the AG's statement speaks for itself. Well, if that's the answer, then I think there are a lot of problems here, because it suggests that he may not be looking out for the interests of CU, but simply a political pal in Wanda James.
Hey, I'm impressed that Lawrence Pacheco
exactly
got
right.
back to you. He doesn't return my emails anymore. It may be because I've poked him a little bit much and made fun of the professor for not coming on some shows I've booked. But yeah, he doesn't return my emails. I'm impressed you got an email back from him. Nice job.
That's Jimmy Sangenberger. He's got a piece in the Denver Gazette. Weiser defends discredited regent. Let's down CU. Jimmy's a very talented columnist, one of my must-reads every single week. Does a great job there. You point out a few things about Wanda James, that this isn't her first rodeo, you write. After James's pot shop failed an underage compliance check in 2019, she cried racism. Her associate, Hashim Coates, political operative who helped Weiser's campaign, asked the AG's office to arrange a personal call between James and Weiser. He alleged racial bias and unfair targeting and an abuse of power by regulators. The call never happened, but Weiser staff took part in at least one conversation. 4 months later, regulators quietly settled the case. No fine, just a promise to follow the law. And as you point out, both Weiser and Wanda James are claiming that this is a free speech issue, but this isn't nothing to do with her speech, her critique, and everything to do with the use of the power of her office to influence funding decisions. Is that right?
That absolutely. That is going to her contacts and her associates in the governor's office. Heck, she knew Governor Polis, has known Governor Polis for a very long time. She ran his first campaign for Congress in 2006. She helped both Governors Hickenlooper and Polis shape marijuana regulations. And it clearly is that she's calling in chips. At least that's what it seems like to me. The day of the censure vote, the governor's office finally sent an email that morning from his legal counsel saying, we don't think this is a really big deal. Here's our explanation. It was a ridiculous explanation, of course, but it came the day of the vote. Even investigators had repeatedly reached out and investigated this. How Wanda James approached trying to get rid of funding for what's called the THC program or campaign that's from the Colorado School of Public Health, predominantly at the University of Colorado. As you mentioned, Jeff, this is a campaign that was all about educating the public on the risks of marijuana, particularly high-potency THC and its effects on kids, but from unborn babies and older. And so the campaign targeted youth and targeted pregnant mothers. But was that these images that were illustrations, medical illustrations of black children, and she ignored the fact that there were illustrations, identical illustrations of white children, racist. And for whatever reason, Bill Weiser, the governor of Colorado, Jared Polis, the head of the Democrats in the state, Shad Marib, he also tweeted out on this saying he agrees with Weiser and thinks that the censure should be reversed. For whatever reason, brother, they are circling the wagons now on the Democrat side to support Wanda James, who clearly used her weaponized race to try and defund a CU public health awareness program, and they're supporting her instead of the Democrat regents, including who heads up the regent board as the chair, Callie Rennis. It's astonishing.
That's Jimmy Sangenberger. Great piece in the Denver Gazette. I mean, at this point, Jimmy, it doesn't seem like there's anything more to do. Maybe that was part of the calculations from Phil Weiser and Shad, whatever his name is, who runs the Democrat Party here in Colorado. But I mean, the vote's been had. She's lost her positions. It doesn't seem like they're going to revisit this vote. Right? I mean, it's going to move on. Life's going to move on.
I don't see that happening. I do think that Wanda James is going to continue to try and get mileage. There was a Denver 7 news story the other day that had former House Speaker Terrence Carroll in it, and it was basically an opportunity for Wanda James' grievances to be aired, and she put out an email as well to university leadership this week calling this plantation politics. You have to know something about Wanda James is that this is far from the first time she's trying weaponized race to advance her interest in some way. You mentioned the other example several years ago where she, at her pot shop, Simply Pure, had failed an underage background check, and so she called in her friend, Hashim Coates, who also is a good buddy and, like Wanda, mentor of Tate Anderson, to go and try racism. She ended up getting a slap on the wrist after that. Well, here again, it's the same playbook, just a different day. And I have to give credit to 3 Democrats who voted in favor of the censure and have really been strong on this. That would be Callie Rennis in the chair and Regents Ilana Spiegel and Elliot Hood, who's the at-large regent, and who really made the definitive case for the censure just before the vote, 10, 15 minutes long, laying everything out, because she wasn't just calling this racist. She was attacking it as junk science. I mean, imagine the hair on fire, Jeff and Bill, if this was a climate science program. And they were trying, there was an oil executive regent on the board that said, let's get the funding here for X, Y, and Z reason, and this is junk science. Or Weiser was a law professor at CU. What if he was spearheading a law project and a regent said, that's junk law? We need to cut funding for this. Would Weiser be saying the same thing in either of those circumstances? I don't think so.
Well said. Great reporting, Jimmy Sangenberger. By the way, we've invited Wanda James on the show on June 25th. I emailed her CU Region email. Said, we'd love to have you come on the show, talk about your opinion piece in the Denver Post. And we've never heard from her. So the invitation continues to remain open. Regent James, love to hear your side. You know this is a right, left, center discussion show. So there'll be tough questions, but would love to hear from you. But to your point about Phil Weiser wading into this issue, that's bad on CU. It's bad on the Attorney General's office. And the fact that this guy wants to be a governor, there's a lot of bigger issues there. You cover it perfectly. Check out Jimmy Sangenberger's piece in the Gazette. Your X account is Seng Center, right? If I believe, x.com Seng Center.
Sang with an E, not an A, Center. Yes, indeed.
That's right. He's one of the best we have here in Colorado. Great reporting. Thank you, Jimmy, for joining the Jeff and Bill Show.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thanks, guys. Always great.
Let's talk advanced hair restoration. Everyone always asks, what makes advanced hair restoration different? Well, allow me to share, along with some details on, get this, their once-a-year summer savings event. First off, Advanced Hair stands by the results. Their before and afters are second to none. With Advanced Hair, your own natural hair is guaranteed to grow. Secondly, Advanced Hair combines top-rated physicians with modern technology, creating a concierge quality experience that's hard to find elsewhere. Lastly, Advanced Hair's Advanced FUE begins regrowing your own natural hair the very next day. It's quick, it's simple, and it's easy. Now, if you have a flexible schedule this summer and you've been waiting for that special savings opportunity, well, it's here. Advanced Hair's Summer Savings Event will get you the most hair for your dollar. It's their best offer ever. For details and to schedule your free consultation, call 720-459-HAIR. One-day treatment, life-changing results, your new hair guaranteed to grow. Before and afters at advancedhair.com, 720-459-HAIR or advancedhair.com. We'll continue with the Jeff and Bill Show.
We are Denver's talk leader, News Talk 710, KNUS.
Welcome back to the Jeff and Bill Show. Over 50% of Colorado teachers surveyed have been physically assaulted by a student. What is going on? We talked with Laura Carno about this scandal. I think it's a scandal.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And again, I've been saying it for years. Some of your children are monsters, and we just don't want to confront it. And
tar and feather the parents.
And how we discipline our kids inside of the schools. And remember, it's the idea of it's always take care of those problem kids until it's your own. Fail those kids that don't achieve until it's your own. Punish those kids that are acting out in school until it's your own.
If you missed any of this conversation, go to 710KNUS to download the podcast. We'll be back tomorrow. Stephen Tubbs joining us on the latest on the Aurora dentist that allegedly poisoned his wife. You're listening to The Jeff and Bill Show.
710 KNUS.
Wake up, Denver. There's no better place to start your morning than IHOP, where the pancakes are fluffy, the coffee is hot, and the smiles are endless. Wednesday, August 27th, join Jeff and Bill as they broadcast their show live from IHOP at 1595 South Colorado Boulevard in Denver. You're officially invited to be part of the excitement. Come grab your favorite breakfast and watch the Jeff and Bill Show in action from 6 to 10 a.m. Don't forget to try the special Jeff and Bill breakfast, pancakes, any style eggs, and crispy bacon, all for just $7.10. It's a deal as good as their hot takes. All they need is you. Bring your appetite, bring your friends, and kick off your day with great food and great conversation. See you Wednesday, August 27th at IHOP.